Hey everyone, and welcome to Money Moves for Teens. My name is Talia Levy, and in this podcast, I will be talking about business, entrepreneurship, and of course, money. I hope you take something away from this episode and enjoy. I don't know about you, but I always love the opportunity to make more money. But making more money is not always a straightforward task if you're not receiving any raise or promotion at work. One way you can make more money yourself is by creating different streams of income, setting yourself up to where you're getting paid from different sources. This episode, I'm going to talk about the benefits of creating multiple streams of income and some examples of how you can begin doing this as a teenager. The first benefit is that in most situations where you're creating new income streams for yourself, you get to decide your own hours. You can only take on so many jobs that require you to trade your time for money, such as working as a retail or fast food employee. If you work at a fast food restaurant, you have a boss telling you what to do and when to be at work. And you also have to be physically present to make money. So you go to work, you get paid, you don't go to work, you don't get paid. When you diversify how you make your money, yes, you may still take on active income earning jobs like tutoring or babysitting that require you to be present to make money. But even those jobs, you can still tell your clients when you're available to perform those services. Most of you are in school, so you can offer your services after school or on weekends, for example. But the majority of your income streams are most likely not active income earning because you only have so much time in a day. Other income streams stemming from things like affiliate marketing or starting a podcast will be passive income earning. For these examples, you could definitely set your own hours. You might decide an hour after dinner every night you'll spend working on your podcast. This freedom to control your own hours is really powerful, and it's nice knowing you're working on your own time, not someone else's. The second benefit to having multiple income streams is the key word being multiple. You have several different ways you're making money, and that means you don't have to focus all of your time and energy into one money-making project. You can focus on several at a time and switch up your work day to day. If you get bored of one project one day, you can move on to another. And you'd still be working on something you know will make you money. Especially if one of your income streams is created through you working on your computer, designing websites for example, that can become tiring to stare at a screen to work on all day every day. Alternating that business with working on a book you're writing might be a good balance for you. So creating these streams of income will enable you to work on different projects at a time so you can switch between them when you feel like it. This next point is centered more towards my teenage audience, and it's that you have nothing to lose while building these income streams. You can try and fail to create as many as possible with little downside and unlimited potential upside. And in the times you do succeed, you make money, a new income stream. I've talked about this in my 15th episode, but in general, your teenage years are the best time to start a business. Because no matter if your business works out or not, you know you're still coming home to the lights on and food on the table. So experiment and try everything now. You won't regret it later. I'm actually going to add a fourth benefit in this episode that was talked about last week, but I believe it's very important to reiterate. The fourth reason to build these streams is because you can start on your path to financial freedom as a teenager. If you build strong, dependent enough sources of income now, you may not have to work a 9-to-5 job as an adult and trade your time for money. And this point applies if your streams are mainly portfolio and passive income earning as opposed to active earning. I actually talked about this topic in my 10th episode. I believe it would be really rewarding if we could create these income streams, generating a considerable amount of money every month as a teenager, so later in life we have a more flexible range of options when it comes to our choice of profession. If these income sources you create now are still going strong when you're not living with your parents anymore, you don't need to trade your time for money in order to get by as an adult. And you'll have that option if you try different businesses out, try creating different income streams, and get ahead now so later you'll experience this sense of freedom. Obviously, there is nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job, but if that's not the kind of life you want, now you know how you can possibly switch directions and go against what you've always been taught to do as an adult. So in conclusion, the fourth reason you should build multiple streams of income is so that you have more freedom as an adult when it comes to choosing your career path. Those were the 4 benefits to creating multiple streams of income, and now I'll cover 2 examples of how you may start doing this as a teenager. First, you may be babysitting while running a podcast and YouTube channel. That's 3 income sources right there. I also want to note creating one stream of income may lead to several more streams that were inspired by the initial one. A common example of this is when people build a following on YouTube, have monetized their videos, and are now also making money through affiliate marketing or merch. That's how all of these streams can start to build and expand off of each other. The second example you might try as a teenager is becoming a math tutor while investing your money into the stock market and doing affiliate marketing. I believe every teenager should be investing their money because doing so will help you out so much in the future because of something called compound interest. I go into further depth about your money growing over time in my 9th episode and my 18th episode. My 18th episode is on how teens can start saving for retirement, and I really recommend you go listen to that so you can get ahead now as a teenager. And if you would like ideas as to how you can start building passive income earning streams, I have a few episodes out that talk more about what passive income is and what jobs you can begin to make passive income. These are episodes 10, 11, and 12. Between 11 and 12, I have 14 total job ideas for you all, so you should really find value in those episodes. So to recap, building multiple income streams is beneficial because you can control your own hours, switch between money-making projects, and as teens, you can try and fail as many times as you would like to build a business. Lastly, you can set yourself up now to where you don't necessarily need to work a 9-to-5 job and trade your time for money as an adult. I hope this episode motivated you to start building multiple income streams now as a teenager. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to this week's episode and learn something new. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions through my Twitter at MoneyMovesForTeens or through my Instagram at talia.simone_. If you decide to follow, you will be notified every time I release a new episode, and I do frequent polls about my podcast so you all can be part of my podcast decisions, such as choosing episode topics. If you are more of a visual learner, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I create animations for these episodes. It's the same great information, just in a video form. If you would like to continue building on what you learned this episode while supporting my podcast, in my descriptions I always have an outline and discussion guide. You can also go to buymeacoffee.com/TaliaLevy and access them through the shop section of my site. Print out the guides for your favorite episodes and talk about them with friends and family. Also, if you like Money Moves for Teens, be sure to give a rating and share it with those who will benefit from the information. I hope to see you next week. Bye!